Words will not bring you to me. A named thing becomes real. I cannot be named. Desire is blindness. Leave it and you will find me. Your path begins in the deepest shade of darkness, where questions and answers whisper. All things require their opposite. Darkness, light. Sound, silence. High, low. Before, after. The wise one acts without moving, teaches without words, allows things to occur, then leaves without regret, has but does not hold, gives without expectation. When her work is done, she forgets it, yet it endures forever. Praise of power leads to weakness. Love of things leads to loss. The wise one leads by filling people's hearts. He weakens their selfish ways and strengthens their determination. He destroys illusion and disturbs those who think they are wise. He does nothing, yet everything happens. I am a bottomless well, drawn from by all, but never drained. All things come from me, a balm for the weary, the shackle's key, an oasis. I cannot be seen, but I am always present. I was born before God. I gave birth to all things, but prefer none of them. Life or death, sun or moon, good or bad. The wise one accepts all things equally. An empty hand is the most useful one. It is incapable of work when filled. Its emptiness contains a power beyond words. I am forever giving, always within you. Do what you will with me. I am eternal and infinite. I was not born and cannot die. I want nothing and give to all. The wise one leads from behind, has everything because he cares for nothing. His emptiness becomes completely filled. I am water feeding everything without trying. I seek the low places people fear and cleanse everything. Live naturally. Sleep near the ground. Think simply. In conflict, be just. Lead others without your will. Enjoy your work. Be fully present with your family. The wise one does not compare or compete. He is respected most because he is most himself. Do not be greedy. The rattled cup spills. Thirst for money and safety cannot be quenched. Seeking the approval of others enslaves you to them. When your work is done, leave it. This is the path to peace. Quiet your mind and listen to the silence. Remain flexible like a blade of grass. Purify your inner vision until only light remains. Love and lead others without your will. Allow everything to happen. Leave your thoughts and understand everything. Begin things and help others grow. Have, but do not hold. Give without expectation. Lead without control. This is the way. What fills your glass is important. The emptiness makes filling it possible. The quiet mind learns best. Brightness blinds. Loudness deafens. Chatter spoils the mind. The closed hand cannot be filled. The wise one knows without seeing. Things come, things go. She does not care. Her heart is open. Too much and too little are equally dangerous. Without salt, a meal is bland. Too much, and it is ruined. Aim for balance in all things. Fear and hope are illusions. Do not believe in them. Your world is your imagination. Believe in it, love it, and all things in it. I am beyond sight and imagination, yet contain you completely. You are in me, but cannot know me. When you are at ease, we are one. Move without care. Be alert. Be kind. Remain supple like wet clay. Be open like an empty hand, clear as the air. The shaken mind requires time to settle. Be patient and allow the silence to enter. Let your actions emerge from stillness. The wise one does not want or expect anything. She is one with all things. Walk in silence. Be at peace. Witness the cycles of tension and release in all things. Separation is an illusion. All the existence is united. Breathe with the calm and certainty that all things are as you have brought them to be, and you will meet death without fear. When the wise one leads, his hands are not seen. Better to be the loved leader than the feared one. The despised leader is worst of all. Suspicion of others leads them toward the suspected behavior. When the wise man acts, the people celebrate and say, "We did this alone." To act without doing is good. Cleverness and knowledge rise when wisdom declines. Out of war comes love of peace. The flag of patriotism rises in chaos. When people begin to laugh at intelligence, they will become happier. Righteousness doesn't spring from the law of man. Industry and profit birth thievery. Avoid these things. Allow all things to happen, knowing they are as they should be. Winning and losing, success and failure, admiration or scorn, they do not matter. What is real is beyond category. Become empty, quiet. The world is sufficient to your needs. You are a ship on the ocean. Greet the wind and the stillness equally. I am the current. He glows because he is always at one with me. He abandons ideas, and I radiate through him. I am what he cannot speak. The full hand cannot be filled. You must be empty in order to receive. The wise one illuminates others without showing her light. She is trusted because she wants nothing. Others see themselves in her, but she is clear. She does everything without trying. Release your grip on all you have, and everything that matters will become yours. Do it, then be done. Rain falls, then it doesn't. Wind blows, and stops. After the storm, the sun returns. When you are at one with me, all things happen naturally, without fear. Desire makes you vulnerable. Speed slows you down. Shouting makes your voice weak. The wise man knows he is blind to himself. Surrender your power over others to gain it for yourself. The fruit of too much labor spoils easily. Do your work, then be done with it. I was here before the universe began. I am infinite and eternal, unchanging and ever present. I am all and everything. Man follows Earth. Earth follows the universe. The universe follows me. I follow nothing. Light emerges from darkness, sound from silence. The wise one knows the world without leaving her home, sees everything without opening her eyes. Because she is deeply rooted, nothing disturbs her. Remain flexible in your plans. Focus more on your path than your destination. Let your instincts lead you. Free your mind from thinking and behold what is. The wise one greets everyone equally. He is prepared for whatever may come. Bad springs from good. A good man is a bad man acting. No matter how smart you are likely confused. No man is wiser than the one who knows the depth of his ignorance. Receive the world like a child with open arms, and I will never leave you. Be among things, yet not of them. Accept the world as it is, and I will glow in you, revealing your nature. The wise one knows his tools well, yet listens to the stone and accomplishes everything. You cannot improve the world. It is sacred, perfect. Treat it as a thing, and it will slip away. There is a time for everything, for leading and following, promotion and rest, for safety and danger. The wise one accepts things as they are and allows everything to happen. She stands in the middle. With me, you need no force for leading or fighting. Every force meets its opposite. Even your most just violence will return to you. The wise one does his job, then stops. He accepts the world as it is and knows control is futile. Because he understands, convincing others is unnecessary. He needs no one's approval. The more he accepts the world, the more the world accepts him. The wise one abhors violence and its tools. Weapons are only to be used out of necessity and with the greatest restraint. Peace is his prize. Without it, he finds no contentment. He sees his enemies as people like himself and wishes them no harm. He will not celebrate their defeat, for there is no joy in slaughter. He approaches the battlefield as he would a funeral, with compassion and sadness. I cannot be seen, yet contain all things. If the world's leaders knew me, everything would be in harmony. Earth would be a paradise, and peace would reign. People would have no need for laws. Keep your names and ideas impermanent. Contain your institution's functions and boundaries. Be mindful of them to avoid danger. As all rivers converge in the sea, all things end in me. Know yourself, and you will know the world. Master yourself, and everything is yours. Knowing you have enough makes you rich. Welcome death as a long-awaited friend, and you will live forever. I am all and everything. All things emerge from and return to me. I feed the universe, yet do not rule it. I am always in the deepest chamber of your heart. The wise one is great because he does not know his greatness, humble because his influence cannot be seen. The wise one moves freely without danger. She understands my ways. Even in her sorrow, she finds peace in her heart. My words seem dull and uninteresting. I am invisible, silent, and endless. What you aim to decrease must first expand. What you want to fall must first rise. What you want to destroy must flourish first. The soft will defeat the hard. The weak will conquer the strong. Do not harvest fish from the deepest waters. Work in the shadows and let your work shine. I accomplish everything, yet do nothing. If people placed me in their center, practicing harmony in the natural way, living in simplicity, free from desire, all things would be transformed, and peace would reign. The truly powerful do not seek power. Those who don't know me always thirst for it. I attempt nothing, yet all things are done. The one who doesn't know me is always busy, but his work is never finished. The wise one sows his field with an open hand, the moral man with his fists. When I am in the center, goodness emerges. When goodness fades, morality takes its place. When morality fades, ritual is born. Ritual is shadow that yields no light. Concern yourself with the current, not the wind, the root, not the branch. Rid yourself of illusion and dwell in what is. When you are one with me, all of creation is yours. The sky, the earth, and all of her creatures dance. Separation from me brings only regret, a fish on dry land. The wise one understands my ways and is compassionate. He lives a humble life and seeks no glory. He moves in silence, a strong current in the deepest waters. I am the ebb and flow of tides. Everything emerges from nothingness and gives birth to all things. The wise man hears me and makes me his center. The average man is full of doubt. The foolish man's laughter proves my existence. The path to my light is dimly lit. Wisdom sounds childish. Forward steps feel backward. What is easy appears hard. Strength appears impotent. Beauty, common. Love, indifferent. I nourish all things. In me, they are complete, yet I cannot be seen. I birthed one. It became two, then three. Three gave birth to all things. Darkness has light at its back. The flow between them begets harmony. The fool runs from solitude. The wise one embraces it and becomes one with the universe. He glows because he is always at one with me. He abandons ideas, and I radiate through him. I am what he cannot speak. The full hand cannot be filled. You must be empty in order to receive. The wise one illuminates others without showing her light. She is trusted because she wants nothing. Love melts the hardest of hearts. It enters between the cracks, overcomes by being, not doing. Love needs no force. This is the power of non-action, moving without motion, doing without action. This is the wise one's way. What do you pursue? Fame or honor? Are riches or contentment your treasure? What benefits you most? Success or failure? If your happiness requires others, you will never truly be happy. If your wealth can only be measured by money, you will always be poor. Delight in what you have. It is sufficient to your needs. Know you lack nothing, and all the world becomes yours. Perfection appears flawed, but is not. Completeness feels unfinished, yet it is done. The straight appears bent. Wisdom seems foolish. Art seems crude. The wise one allows things to happen. She works with what she is given, quiets her voice so mine can be heard. Having enemies and preparing your defense are your greatest vulnerabilities. The wise man sleeps well because he has no fear. You can see my light without opening your eyes. All the world is behind your closed door. The more you say, the less you know. The wise one does without doing. The average one learns something new every day. The wise one discards another illusion. He speaks less to say more until he arrives at no words. When nothing is said, nothing is left unsaid. You cannot control your way to mastery. You must surrender to the flow, allowing all things to happen. The wise leader is not the broth. She is not the meat. She is the spoon that stirs the soup. She freely gives goodness to everyone and shuns no one. This is true goodness. She trusts the honest man and the liar. This is true trust. She mystifies people. They mistake her clarity for emptiness. Still, she treats them as her children. The wise one surrenders to the moment and all it brings. He is certain of his mortality and loosens his grip on life, freeing his mind from illusion, liberating himself from attachment. Without action, all things flow from the center of his being. He welcomes death like a man welcomes sleep after his day's work is done. All things reflect me. They are born perfect and free, then assume a physical form. Every circumstance shapes them. In this way, all things honor me. I gave birth to all without expectation, care, provide, and protect them with my invisible hand. Loving me is easy. Nothing came before me. All things emanate from and return to me. Peel away the layers of illusion until you reach the center. This is where I dwell. There is no regret in me. Judgment and desire make the heart restless. Peace lives in their absence. See the light that lives in darkness, the strength and weakness. Discover yourself, and you will find me. The way to me is easy, yet people make it hard. Lean and sway, but remain in the center. There is no wealth in the land when the rich cast away food, but the poor have none to eat. When the government builds weapons instead of peace. When the wealthy live in mansions and the poor under bridges. This is madness. It is not my way. When I am your source, still winds do not trouble you. Center me in your life, and it will become real. Center me in your family, and it will be prosperous. Center me in your country, and it will be a beacon for the world. Center me in the universe, and the planets will sing. This is so because I am so. You were born complete like an infant. Your muscles are weak, but your grip is strong. You are innocent and vulnerable, yet nothing attacks you. You can scream for hours, yet never grow hoarse. My way is effortless. Once you reach full strength, decline begins. The wise one allows all things to come and go, without effort, without desire. Because she gives without expectation, she is never disappointed. Her heart never tires. The wise one speaks little, yet knows all. The fool is never silent. Quiet your mind, still your senses, and breathe. This is who you are. I cannot be grasped or taken from, helped or injured, shamed or honored. I am forever giving and eternal. The great leader follows my way. He has no need to control, no plans, no ideas. The people govern themselves. Laws breed crime, weapons, fear. When the government issues crutches, it makes the people weak. The wise one says, "Do as you will," and people are honorable. Conduct trade as you need, and they become prosperous. Empty your churches, and peace descends. He abandons his aim for the good of all, and all becomes good. When the leader is tolerant, the people are at ease. When he is intolerant, deceitfulness and depression ensue. When power is honored above all things, weakness grows. When the aim is to please all people, a table for misery is set. Aim for mortality, and sin ensues. The wise one serves best through her example. She is sharp, but does not puncture. Ablaze, yet does not burn. In governance, nothing succeeds as well as moderation. The moderate man does not cling to his ideas. He is accommodating like an open hand, ever present like water, as strong as the mountain, supple as wet clay. He has no destination and works with all things life brings him. He cares for his people like a father for his family. All things are possible because he is free. Leading a country is like cooking. Don't stir too much. It disturbs the ingredients and spoils the food. When a country is powerful, all things are drawn to it, like rivers to the sea. As the sea occupies the lowest place, so should the great country remain humble. The wise one admits her mistake, then corrects it. Her critics are her best teachers. Her enemies are her own shadows. The great country keeps me at its center and does not meddle in others' affairs. It is a beacon to the world. I am the still point of existence, where good men dwell and bad men seek refuge. Praise and honor can be won with good deeds and words. My value is beyond all these. Do not flatter the new leader with gifts of gold. Lead him to me. There is no greater treasure. The ocean is filled with drops of rain. Great things begin with small tasks. Pluck the small weed before it grows. Do without doing. The wise one does not stare at the mountaintop. He watches his trail. He is not concerned when it is broken. He turns Calm waters offer clarity. Young habits are more easily broken. Pebbles scatter more easily than boulders. Prepare for the day that has yet to arrive. Begin your journey with a single step. In haste, there is error. The clutched thing is ruined. The river winds around its obstacles. The wise one allows things to happen. Because she is attached to nothing, nothing can be taken from her. She greets the end as she does the beginning, with calm. She strives to forget things. She desires an empty hand. She speaks to the people behind their masks. Because she loves only me, everyone is her child. Wise ones teach without ideas. Those who believe they know cannot be taught. Those who understand their ignorance are ready. The good leader does not wear fine clothes. He is not clever. The shortest path is the straightest one. By living a simple life, he leads the people to my way. Water finds the lowest place. Its humility is its power. If one wishes to lead, one must first know how to follow. The wise one is above all, yet they don't feel beneath him. He moves ahead, yet no one feels left behind. There is no one greater than him, because he is incomparable. Some find these words foolish. For others, they are pillars that support no weight. The wise man listens and nods. For him, they are the foundation of heaven and earth. The greatest things are the simplest ones. Understanding, patience, compassion, they are your wealth. With understanding, you see beyond the veil. With patience, become one with my flow. With compassion, enter the heart of the universe. The dove leads better than the hawk. The calm fighter is better than the angry one. Think as your opponent does, and you will prevail. Think as your customer does, and you will prosper. People compete best when they don't compete at all. Raise your effort with the arms of other men, and you will be lifted to the heavens. The general prefers being the guest to being the master of the house, prefers to react rather than initiate. In dancing, the man leads, but the woman is in control. He wants to please her and flatter her beauty. Never underestimate your opponent. Yield to his momentum. Better to allow him to beat himself than for you to beat him. You know the wind, but it cannot be seen. You can feel its warmth, yet it cannot be held. So it is with me. I am easy to understand and practice, but your intellect cannot grasp me. All attempts at practice will fail. When you let go, I will appear. The wise one knows her ignorance best. The fool takes pride in his wisdom. Cleanse yourself of ideas and know the world. Religion is to me as a light bulb is to the sun. No book can contain me. No cathedral echoes me. The great teacher sits in the shade, illuminating all who come to him, yet teaches them nothing. The universe is in me as I am in you. We are as close as the wave is to the ocean. You need not seek me, need no words to summon me. Only change is certain. No two cups of water from the river are the same. Hold nothing. Release your grip on life, and eternity is yours. The future cannot be controlled. The son tries to ride his father's horse and is thrown. Tax the people heavily, and their stomachs will be empty. Enact too many laws, and they will lose their joy. Govern for the good of the people. The best horseman uses the lightest hand. The young tree is flexible. No wind can disturb it. The old tree becomes stiff. Its branches are easily broken. Flexibility celebrates life. Rigidity, death. The one who yields prevails. When the archer draws his bow, the top bends down. The bottom bends up, each in perfect balance with the other. He adjusts his strength to meet the needs of the moment, neither too much nor too little. The brute uses force to achieve his will. He takes from those who lack and gives to those who have too much. This is not my way. The wise one is a bottomless well. He gives without effort, with no expectation or need for credit. When his work is done, he leaves it behind. Water is the softest of things, yet weakens the hardest of these. Love overcomes hate. Stiffness yields to what bends. We know these things, yet do not practice them. The wise one remains calm in her sorrow. Her heart gives evil no home. She extends an empty hand, yet nourishes all. truth is paradoxical. Failure is our greatest teacher. Blame blinds us to its lessons. The wise one keeps her promises, repairs her broken places, does what she must without expectation of others. In the good land, people live serenely, satisfied with what they have. They do not thirst or want. No tool is used to give them greater advantage. Happy in their homes, they do not look out their windows with longing. Cars and planes are there, but remain parked. Their weapons have become rusty. They take pleasure in their families, their food and friends, the simple pleasures of their gardens, the company of their neighbors. In the distance, they hear music and voices in other countries singing, yet are content to die here, never having left their land. My way is a bumpy road. The smooth road is not mine. Wisdom requires no proof. Those offering proof are not wise. The wise one has an empty hand. The more she does for others, the happier she becomes. The more she gives, the more she receives. I nourish all things without doing. The wise one leads without her will.